Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're looking at something incredibly exciting, a space in the tech world that honestly flies completely under the radar for a lot of folks, but it holds massive, and I mean massive, untapped career potential. We are demystifying Guidewire InsuranceSuite. If you've ever wondered what actually powers the multi-trillion-dollar property and casualty insurance industry, or let's be real, how you can position yourself in a high-demand, highly lucrative tech niche with surprisingly limited competition, well, you are in the exact right place. We're going to unpack the enterprise software that's literally a hidden goldmine for tech professionals today.
So here's our agenda for this explainer. We'll start with the heart of modern insurance, then move to unpacking the core suite, followed by the move to the cloud. After that, we'll dive into the Guidewire career roadmap, I know you're waiting for that one, and wrap up with the future of intelligent insurance. Let's get to it.
Section 1, the heart of modern insurance. This is all about why the software is absolutely mission critical. Okay, let's dive right into this. Over 570 insurers across 43 countries rely entirely on this single platform. We're talking about the absolute giants of the industry, names like Zurich, EXA, Nationwide, Liberty Mutual. For these massive corporations, Guidewire isn't just some handy tool to use. It's the operational engine. It handles the three core pillars of their entire business: underwriting, claims management, and billing. Literally, if this single platform goes down, the whole insurance company stops functioning. It is that vital. And this right here brilliantly illustrates exactly why these giants were making this switch. Historically, insurance companies ran on these fragmented, aging legacy systems. Just imagine, a massive company using completely separate, disconnected apps for every single little function. It created an absolute nightmare of data silos, making even a simple change was slow, wildly expensive, and honestly incredibly risky. Guidewire InsuranceSuite steps in and replaces all that chaos with a unified, agile, and automated platform. It gives them a single source of truth, giving these carriers the agility to launch new products way faster and just serve their customers significantly better.
All right, Section 2, unpacking the core suite. Let's look at the operational brain of the operation.
Now, what's really interesting about this setup is how these distinct modules seamlessly run the entire policy-to-claim to payment lifecycle. It's like a perfectly synced orchestra. You've got PolicyCenter, which handles the quoting, the underwriting, and renewals. Then there's ClaimCenter, managing everything from the very first report of an incident all the way to the final settlement. BillingCenter takes care of the complex money side of things like invoicing and collections. And underlying the whole shebang is Contact Manager, acting as the centralized hub for all relationship data. They all talk to each other flawlessly. Let's make this real for a second. Imagine you get into a fender bender. Not fun, right? You call your insurance company, and boom, that triggers step 1 in ClaimCenter. First notice of loss, or FNOL. The process starts instantly. Step 2 kicks in right after. Adjusters get assigned, information is gathered, and your claim moves through these really slick, guided, automated workflows. Finally, step 3, settlement and fraud detection. The system calculates the reserves, uses analytics to flag any potentially suspicious claims, and issues your payment. What used to be a super painful, highly manual process that took weeks is now automated, incredibly fast, and dramatically reduces financial leakage, unnecessary payout losses, for the insurer. But honestly, the real magic here is the concept of the single source of truth. Because of tools like Data Hub and Contact Manager, a customer's information is entered exactly once. Just once. If a policyholder updates their address, it flows seamlessly right into PolicyCenter, ClaimCenter, and BillingCenter automatically. There is absolutely no rekeying of data. This completely eliminates those costly manual errors, the duplicate records, and all that conflicting info that used to plague old legacy insurance systems.
Moving on to Section 3, the move to the cloud. Let's talk about the Guidewire Cloud Platform.
So Guidewire is no longer just some software that an insurer buys in a box and installs on their own dusty servers. The biggest shift in recent history here is the move to the Guidewire Cloud Platform, or GWCP. It is now a fully cloud-native software-as-a-service model. Instead of those massive, disruptive, multi-year upgrade projects that everyone hates, insurers now get elastic infrastructure and continuous automatic updates. And interestingly enough, they typically pay for this based on their direct written premium, which is essentially the total value of the policies they sell. It's a completely modernized delivery model that just makes sense. So, the absolutely crucial point here is understanding how this massive platform actually gets customized. Enter GASU. This is Guidewire's proprietary object-oriented programming language. It's used heavily for configuring the system and writing business rules. Now, because it is highly specific to this one platform, yes, it's a niche language, but make no mistake, mastering GoSu is absolute gold for developers. Knowing it makes you an incredibly rare and incredibly valuable asset in the tech job market. And behind the scenes of that cloud platform, it's a thoroughly modern engineering stack. We are talking Docker containers packaging up applications, Kubernetes orchestrating them, CI/CD pipelines enabling rapid, frequent releases, robust DevOps practices, and heavy use of REST and SOAP APIs to connect to all sorts of external systems. This modern foundation is exactly why integration and cloud skills in the Guidewire ecosystem are in astronomical demand right now, like off the charts. All right, Section 4, the Guidewire Career Roadmap. Let's talk about how you can actually cash in on this tech ecosystem. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this part. Building a career in Guidewire offers a remarkably rare combination: high demand, limited competition, and strong, incredibly durable salaries. Think about it. Global insurers simply cannot afford for their core systems to fail, so they invest heavily. But the talent pool of people who actually understand this complex enterprise software, people who know GoSu and property and casualty insurance logic, is incredibly small. As a developer, that dynamic gives you massive, massive leverage. Let's see how this builds in terms of actual compensation, looking specifically at the incredibly active Indian market and salaries in lakhs per annum. Starting out as a fresher, you're looking at maybe 4 to 7 lakhs. But look what happens as you hit that developer to senior developer stage. Boom, 8 to 22 lakhs per annum. Notice that huge jump right around the 5-year mark? That's because real, hands-on production experience, actually going live with a project, handling messy data migrations, building complex integrations, is far, far more valuable than just theoretical textbook knowledge. And if you keep pushing to architect, you're looking at 30 to 50 plus lakhs. It's a real game changer. So here's a realistic, chronological career trajectory for you. You start off as a trainee, learning the ropes. By year 3, you're a solid Guidewire developer. Hit year 6, and you've leveled up to senior developer, handling much more complex configurations. Around year 10, you step up as a tech lead, guiding entire teams. And at 12 plus years, you're stepping into the big leagues as an architect, designing the high-level solutions for multi-million-dollar implementations. It's a clear, stable, and highly, highly rewarding path. But what do you actually need to know to climb that ladder? Well, here are the essential skills. First up, insurance domain knowledge. You absolutely have to understand what a policy or a claim actually is in the real world. Then, Guidewire fundamentals, GoSu, and Java. You'll need SQL for the data models, APIs for those critical integrations, and increasingly those cloud skills like Docker and Kubernetes. Now, deep breath, don't panic. You absolutely do not need to know everything on day one. You start with the domain and the fundamentals, and you just layer the rest on over time as you grow. So, how do you practically break into this industry? Step 1, learn property and casualty insurance basics before you even touch the software. Seriously, learn the business first. Step 2, study those core modules we talked about, PolicyCenter, ClaimCenter, and get comfortable with GoSu. Step 3, master integrations, because let's face it, no system runs in isolation these days. And finally, Step 4, gain real hands-on project experience and get certified. Employers want to see that you've actually applied these skills in realistic scenarios, not just read about them on a blog. Section 5, the future of intelligent insurance. Let's look at where this is all heading. The trajectory of this entire platform points firmly toward the cloud and deep intelligence. We're seeing rapid, widespread adoption of the Guidewire cloud platform across the globe. The software is leaning heavily into predictive analytics to drastically improve pricing and risk selection. It's aggressively moving toward an API-first open architecture and utilizing event-driven microservices. Learning this stack today isn't just about snagging a job for next year. It pays serious dividends for decades as the entire global industry modernizes around these very concepts. And guys, here is the most exciting development. At their recent Connections conference, Guidewire introduced their big 2026 initiative, Intelligent Insurance. They are not just bolting some AI chatbot onto the side of the screen. They are embedding agentic AI assistants directly into the core underwriting and claims workflows. They are literally weaving artificial intelligence into the very fabric of global insurance operations. It's huge. We are looking at a massive, incredibly well-funded industry undergoing a fundamental technological transformation. The demand for people who truly understand this platform, it's only going to grow. The roadmap is clear, the salaries are incredibly compelling, and the technology is cutting edge. So I leave you with this one question to think about. Are you ready to step up, upskill, and build the future of intelligent insurance tech?